Hi and welcome to Sterling Report. The International Landing Zone gives companies outside of our border the opportunity to get a foot in the door in Macomb County. Already through this program, companies from the UK to Canada have set up shop in Velocity. NFC Group of the United Kingdom, Vigorous of Canada, and Corstec, also of Canada, joined Velocity this past month. A fourth company is currently being vetted. The International Landing Zone provides space and support for these global companies in the defense and homeland security industry.
There's all these companies internationally that want to do work in the United States Department of Defense, but they're a little intimidated because they don't know how to get in. And then what we naturally have here in Michigan is our assets with the Detroit Arsenal. And then we also have that connectivity. So working with the Canadian Trade Consulate, it was originally his idea to say we need to have this soft landing zone for these companies, but then taking that idea and actually growing it, saying not only are we going to provide a space for these companies, we're going to provide them services. We're going to provide them consultants that work hand in hand with them to say, how can my business grow?
The advantages of being part of the Velocity International Landing Zone is to meet potential customers, gain access to industry experts, expand contractor relationships, and to explore industrial sectors.
Oh, it's great for anyone who doesn't understand the marketplace and know where to go. And they're like guiding dogs for folks that are blind like I am. And so it's been just an absolute godsend to be able to have us here and get directed accordingly to expand our business.
The International Landing Zone was set up by the Macomb County Department of Planning and Economic Development. They explain why the International Landing Zone is a benefit to the community.
For Macomb County, we want to grow these companies. We want to see them come here, land here, provide them all the products and resources that they need to grow their business. And then once they're here, we want them to expand. We want them to go into the larger businesses, hire the workforce, but we want to be an integral part of that entire process. So we're excited. This is our opening day for the International Landing Zone, and we want to continue to see its success.
The Sterling Heights City Clerk's Office has a great way for residents to get involved in the democratic process. With Election Day scheduled for Tuesday, May 5th, the Sterling Heights City Clerk's Office is seeking applicants for the position of election inspector.
Typically what they would do is they would process voters in the precinct, prepare election equipment for opening the polls, process voters during the day, and then close the polls out and report back to the city clerk's office with results from that precinct.
Applicants must be registered voters in the state of Michigan. High school students ages 16 to 17 may also work as election inspectors. Successful candidates will be required to attend training.
Sure, we provide training. We provide two training classes. One is an election inspector training class, another is an e-poll book training class. You also work in a precinct with experienced inspectors and a chairperson.
Inspectors must be at their assigned polling location at 6 a.m. and stay through the closure of the polls and completion of election paperwork.
Election inspectors receive $150 to work the day. They also receive $20 for each training. So there's two trainings, so that's another $40. So a new inspector would potentially be paid $190 to work this upcoming election.
Interested residents may apply in person at the City Clerk's office located on the upper level of City Hall between the hours of 8:30 a.m. and 5 p.m., Monday through Friday. Due to the May 5th election, the City Council meetings scheduled for that week will be held on Wednesday, May 6th. And moving on, the Sterling Heights Honor Guard hosted their annual spaghetti dinner last week. The Sterling Heights Spaghetti Dinner was hosted at Penna's. The event raises money that the Honor Guard uses for uniforms and their annual trip to National Police Week in Washington, D.C.
The Spaghetti Dinner is a benefit for our Honor Guard to help support us when we go to certain events to remember fallen officers in the department and other departments. It's in Washington, D.C. every May during Police Week, and it's also to help fund any uniform costs that we may incur while being on the Honor Guard unit.
Besides pasta, patrons took part in a silent auction and raffle. The prizes were donated by local businesses. The support of these businesses and the residents who attended the spaghetti dinner mean a great deal to the Sterling Heights Police Honor Guard.
Oh, it's phenomenal to see them come out and support us. The Honor Guard unit's a volunteer unit, and we're here to support the families that have lost a loved one in the line of duty or somewhere affiliated with that.
And before we wrap up this week, we just wanted to send out our condolences to the family members of former Councilman Roger Ficini, who passed away this past week. That's going to wrap up this edition of Sterling Report. Till next time, take care.